Hi, my name is Ray Naylor, and this is the Performing Songwriter. My guest today, Elspeth Tremblay, is originally from Australia, moved to New York City for 8 years, and has been living in Philadelphia for almost 2 years. She started writing songs at the age of 12 and started performing at the age of 13. She stopped writing and performing at the age of 18 when she went to film school. And it wasn't until 5 years ago that she began to write songs again. In the last year, she's released her album Return and has been performing all throughout the Philadelphia area. In a few months, she is moving to North Carolina, to Asheville, North Carolina, to continue with her musical career. John Vitesse of station WXPN of Philadelphia said of Elspeth Tremblay that her songs were total winners, delicate, beautifully structured, and lyrically captivating. We'll return shortly to talk with Elspeth and to hear a number of her songs. Elspeth, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I wondered if you wanted to add anything to my long introduction, and also it's only been the last year that, in terms of the United States, that you've been performing, and you just came out with your CD, and you've really gotten very good reception. There you go. And I wanted to ask you also, has that surprised you in such a short period of time?
Yes and no. I started this journey of re-entering the music scene 5 years ago. And so I put a lot of thought and care into preparing each song and recording it first into an album. So then by the time I was ready to perform and do gigs, I had an album ready to hand out. And so I had the practice of recording in the studio that made me feel more confident about it. So yes, I'm constantly surprised. Every time I book a gig, I'm delighted and surprised. And then there's a part of me that's not surprised, that feels like this feels very right. Music feels very certain for me, and certainly something that I intend on doing for the rest of my life. So I'm not surprised that things are unfolding in the way that they are, because I've tried on many different hats before coming back to music, many different professions, and so I really feel like I understand what I'm doing now.
Well, in a little bit we're going to hear a couple of your songs, and your music is really beautiful.
Thank you.
But before we do that, our songwriting topic today has to do with how songs start, in the sense of, as a songwriter, some people kind of wait for inspiration to write a song. Other people kind of have a regimen that they follow. They may work, every day they may write or whatever, or there may be a combination of two. So I wanted to ask you what your process is, which way you kind of lean towards.
Definitely inspiration, and I think even if you were just doing it on the base of discipline, there would have to be some sort of inspiration into having that regular schedule. I think that when I'm in the habit of practicing and writing, then it certainly comes more freely and easily. And the discipline sort of takes care of itself. I never actually... So I guess discipline isn't really part of it, because for me, discipline might make me think of hard work or something that I have to train myself to do. But it's pure enthusiasm and inspiration. And if I'm not feeling inspired, then I don't do it. Because I find that when I create work out of just doing it for the sake of it, it's never as good.
And where do you get your ideas for songs?
It's always based in emotion. If I have a family visit, for example, and it stirs up all sorts of dormant emotions that I haven't touched on for a while, then sometimes writing a song is the best way to channel that, because getting frustrated and reliving old wounds doesn't get me moving anywhere. But channeling it into a song, then I can sort of let it go more easily. Okay. So, anything that sort of bothers me or uplifts me to a strong degree, that's what moves me to write a song about it.
Okay. We're going to hear a couple of your songs, but we're going to clear all this stuff out of here. And while we're doing that, I'm going to take us a very short time. Our next show, our in-studio guest is a guy named Lee Goldstein. And this song, this is a portion of a video of him singing one of his songs. And the name of the song is There's a World. So we'll watch that now, and we'll be right back.
There's a world crying. We just turn ourselves away. There's a light still shining in the place where the children play.
Right, this first song that I'm going to play is called Canberra, and it's about the town where I grew up in Australia. And I do apologise in advance, I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so I apologise. I'm going to try hitting all the notes. Here we go. If I ever learn to drive, I'll take you for a ride in my hometown. Through the trees we'll catch a breeze, riding with the top down. From Black Mountain to the fountain, Canberra is my hometown. When I was 18, I had a dream, to Melbourne I went. Coffee and beer were nothing I feared, and soon all my money was spent. Film school dreams just weren't what they seemed, and off to New York I went. Black ice and snow, my first winter with no jacket to wear. Waiting tables, biting my nails, always scraping by to make the rent. 8 long years I grew up here, then off to Philly I went. So now here we are, still without car, but happy in love. Me and the missus will someday visit the place that I used to belong. From Black Mountain to the fountain, Canberra is where I'm from. The second song is called Sunshine. My ride is finally here, my future's arrived. I'm laughing off all my fears, I'm so glad to be alive. But I earned my stripes fair and square, and I towed the line. At every step there's a quiet in my heart. For the first time so used to being in the dark, I forgot all about the sunshine, bringing me back to life. You are my sunshine, and I'm seeing everything in a different light.
don't need to win, it's already done. Following my heart on a whim, and it's having so much fun. For all the mistakes I made in the past, they're the bricks that I laid to pave my own path. There's a quiet in my heart. For the first time, I got so used to being in the dark, I forgot all about the sunshine, bringing me back to life. You are my sunshine, and I'm seeing everything in a different light. Is finally here, my future's arrived.
Okay, yeah, I really like your songs, and we are going to hear two more later on. Ina May Wool has been singing and making up songs since her childhood in Marblehead, Massachusetts. The Ina May Wool Band played in bars, ski lodges, and outdoor shows, graduating to sell-out concerts at Passim in Harvard Square, and concert openings for acts ranging from Mose Allison and Taj Mahal to Marie Muldaur, Tom Rush, and Orleans. Her two prize-winning solo albums of original songs, Moon Over 97th Street in 1999 and Crack It Open in 2004, won rave reviews and led to European tours and more concert openings for the likes of Leo Kottke and Richard Thompson. Ina May, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am great. We've known each other for a number of years.
Yes.
And it's a pleasure for me to have you on the show.
Well, welcome to my kitchen.
Thanks.
You can meet my pots and pans.
I see them.
Yeah.
We're going to talk first about our songwriting topic, and you being not only a songwriter but have lots of experience, and you also teach songwriting. One of the things that I thought about is, I think some people have a very structured, disciplined way of writing songs. They may write a song every week or whatever. Other people kind of wait for inspiration. And I suppose there's positives and negatives for each of those methods, but I kind of want to ask you how you do it, and if you can say, okay, well, this is the better way to do it, if in fact there is a better way to do it.
I think it depends on the person. I wouldn't trust to just inspiration for myself. For years I've been going to what's now called the Jack Hardy Songwriters Exchange, and we meet Monday nights, and it's oftentimes I might be right in this kitchen at 5 in the morning, so I don't wake anybody else in the house up, and just come up with some kind of ideas. Sometimes I've come up with things that I've really put in my set and played lots. That was the 5 in the morning terror because I didn't have anything, you know. That's what I do. And then if I have a gig, some kind of a show or concert coming up, it really is a kick to get me to finish stuff.
Okay. Why don't you do a song for us?
Okay. It's called Lonely One. Diving in the wreck on reality check, you meet a crazy loon. Pain in the neck, oh, but what the heck, you're having dinner soon. Apple of your eye, don't know why and you won't know soon, but you're having fun. If you're like anyone who used to be the lonely one. Whoa. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh, used to be the lonely one. Once upon a time in your life for crime, you were stone immune. You get a belly full of wine, you could bust a rhyme, you could mangle a tune. But when learning how to fly, you can do or die, you can jump the moon. You might just take the sun. If you're like anyone who used to be the lonely one. Whoa. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh, used to be the lonely one. Oh, oh, you got no more time to lose your mind. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Phony Maroney, you can dig a pony, I won't tell on you. Monkey see cuckoo, but you do what you have to do. 'Cause there are surely some things, darling, that must be done by anyone who used to be the lonely one. Whoa. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh, used to be the lonely one. Who you? Yeah, me. Phony Maroney, gonna dig a pony. Honey, I won't tell. Diving in the wreck on reality check. Hey baby, what the heck? Monkey see, monkey do. Cuckoo got you. Oh yeah, you used to be the lonely. You're not the only one.
Is that a new song?
Relatively new. It's on this record, right here.
Oh, okay.
My last recording.
Gotcha. Okay, when did that come out?
2000. I don't know. When did it come out? 2013, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about performing. And one thing that I'm not sure a lot of singer-songwriters think about when they go on stage is what they're wearing. And because I've seen all kind of outfits. And, I wanted to ask you any thoughts you had on that type of consideration.
Well, I clothes are fun to me, and my current profile picture on Facebook is I'm wearing people say, "Oh, you look so happy in that." And I mean, I was happy partially because it was an outdoor gig and a family friend who is over 90 was there in the audience. That made me happy. But also I was wearing this fringe jacket that my friend Pascal helped me pick out and buy, and I was wearing a red and green and black scarf that my parents bought when they took a trip to Russia, and I was wearing a hat that my husband bought for me in Cape May when we were on a bicycle trip, so it just, I have fun with clothes. And I like colors. My mother was a visual artist, and colors are fun.
And how do you think that like what somebody wears, how that adds to the performance, or takes away from the performance?
Well, as I say, it makes me feel good when I wear those things. If you see Leonard Cohen and he's wearing a beautiful suit, that really goes with his whole thing. And I wrote a song about Janis Joplin, and I read her letters to her sister, and she was always trying to wear clothes that made her look good, and somebody made her a dress, and stuff like that. It's it does add. I think it makes you feel good, and it gives people something to look at.
Well, yeah, I think what you just said is maybe the important thing. If you feel good, that's going to radiate out to your audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear another song.
Oh, all right. Can do a song on guitar. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen you play a mandolin. I know you play keyboard.
Oh, rudimentarily, but I've been having fun with the mandolin. Yeah, okay. All right. Here we go. I got very lucky when I found you. It was drab here in Meeville. I was playing around on all the wrong teams in every farm town. I was farmed out. Hey, look at me now, I got lucky. Got very lucky when I found you. I had beans in my pocket. You came around, beans jump to the ground, roots go down, shoots go up, and I climbed that beanstalk. I got lucky. Got very lucky when I found you. I was yelling into the wind, had stones in my mouth, compare, contrast. Here I am at last, whispering into your ear. Oh, 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 oh. I got very lucky when I found you. $20 bill on the road, lucky hog, lucky hawk, lucky wheeling around in the sky, lucky buck, lucky. Got very lucky. Oh, so lucky when I found you.
That's my favorite song of yours.
Oh, thank you.
That needs to be in a film, like the soundtrack. Seriously.
Okay.
I think that would go over really well. I want to ask you before we go here is how can people learn about you, buy your records and so forth?
Okay. My website is inamaywool.com, and that's INAMAYWOOL. Okay, .com. And there's a store on if you look on the menu on the top, you press store, and that will take you for all three of the recordings that I have to CD Baby, and you can purchase them from CD Baby. Or you can go directly to CD Baby and put my name in, and you'll find me.
Ina May, thanks a lot for being with us through Skype.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you pretty soon. One of these days when we get up to New York.
Yeah, you can come visit my kitchen for real.
There you go. Okay, we'll see you.
All right, bye-bye.
The performing topic today is basically what to wear on stage. And the Philadelphia folk community just lost almost a legend in Philadelphia. His name was Mike Miller. And he died about 3 weeks ago. And a couple weeks before that, he had asked to get together with me to talk about songwriters. And one thing he said was, he's seen a lot of singer-songwriters, and a lot of times they don't give a thought to what they wear on stage. And Mike was very opinionated, and so he had a problem with that. And so I wanted to ask you, what do you think about before you go on stage in terms of what do you normally have a similar kind of dressing routine, so to speak?
I would probably question his thought that singer-songwriters don't give a thought to what they wear, because even if it's very sort of dressed down, there might be something to that as well.
I think he meant just coming off the street in street clothes,
right,
type of thing.
Well, for me personally, denim is my preferred fabric to wear. And today, of course, I'm performing this evening at the Queen, so I came wearing my Canadian tuxedo of a three-piece denim outfit. And, every time I perform, I'll be sure to wear at least one piece of denim. For me, denim puts me into the character of myself. And it's sort of like, if you put on jeans to go and do the gardening, then you're not worried about what you're wearing. You can get dirty in it. You feel free. You can do the job more easily. And so when I'm wearing denim, for example, it allows me to feel more free, and I like to take the attention off myself a little bit, so I won't be wearing glittery sparkles very often. If I do, it would be a very special occasion, but I like to wear something sort of neutral. When I was in film school, I worked with actors a lot, and each actor had their own cue to get into character, and for some of them it was, if their hair was right, then that was their entry into the character. So for me, costume is very important. And even if it's sort of everyday street clothes, that might be what helps the musician feel more comfortable.
But you thought about it.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure it matters what you wear, but do you think about it? Do you think about how your image, you want your image to be with the audience? And I think as long as you think about it and kind of think through that, and then whatever the conclusion is, and I think that works.
For me, it's sort of like if I was going to a job interview, I would just put on a blazer, and whatever else I wear is not as important. But if I'm wearing a good blazer, then I feel like I'm relaxed and I feel confident. And with playing music, if I'm wearing some denim, then I can go right into it.
Okay. We're going to hear a couple more songs. And again, while we clear all this stuff out of here, let me see. We have. Okay. We're going to start. We have some. I put together some like a songwriting tip and a performing tip, a little music underneath, and we'll watch that. And so you'll be right back and do 2 more songs for us.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
This song is called Trouble Doesn't Last. Shame's overrated, so is guilt and self-blame. You need to be gentle and kind to yourself today. I know it's hard when you're going through a change. I know it hurts, but it's just growing pains. Turn it over, I relate to what you're saying. It's a burden, put it down for today, and I'll take you just as you are. You can be proud that you've come this far. Take it easy, you'll be okay. Take it easy, just for today, let it pass. And trust me, trouble doesn't last. It's a trap when your feelings feel like facts, but they're not. You can respond but don't react. You'll survive, you'll be more than alright. And you'll learn to rest while you're moving with the tide. When you get busy, look for pockets in the day. Listen to Joni, pay attention to what she says. She looked at clouds, she saw them from both sides. Just study the weather if you want to know about life. Take it easy, you'll be okay. Take it easy, just for today, let it pass. And trust me, trouble doesn't last. Take it easy, you'll be okay. Take it easy, just for today, let it pass. And trust me, trouble doesn't last. Yeah, trust me, trouble doesn't last. The song is called Somewhere. It's there, somewhere, and someone will always point it out to me. But when I'm hurt, I just can't see. I couldn't spell what I couldn't read. You didn't know what you wanted or even what you believed. Let me listen, it's out there. Let me listen, it's there somewhere. And you've read my thoughts and not my words. And you told me sweet things I never heard. Over tea and underwater, you're someone's muse and someone's daughter. What we found, you buried deep. I thought you'd come back around, but you were never mine to keep. And I couldn't accept that we were growing apart, so I made choices that weren't very smart. But I regret was left of the past, 'cause you were my first and I was your last. Let me listen, it's out there. Let me listen, it's there somewhere. It's there somewhere, and someone will always point it out to me. But when I'm hurt, I just can't see.
Okay, what you just saw there was a kind of a slide of some more resources for you songwriters out there. If anybody has a suggestion about that, you know, if you have a book that you really like, or if you have a songwriting group that you go to, let me know about it. Email me and we'll get it on here. Okay, well, Again, I really like your songs.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, as far as if people want to know where they can buy your CD, which is, by the way, again called Return, right?
Yep.
And if they can take a look at where you're playing. And again, you're only going to be in the Philly area for a couple months, I guess.
Right.
And then if you happen to live down North Carolina, around Asheville, that area, check her out.
Yeah, I'll also be coming back to Philadelphia about once a month.
Okay, great. Yeah, I did see that on your website. What is your website?
It's elspethtremblay.music.com, and my Facebook page is Elspeth Tremblay and the Satellites.
Mm-hmm. That's right. What is that, a group that you play with?
That's my new band. I'm fortunate to be playing with Michelle Lynn on bass, Desiree Sky on cello, and Ryan Lynch on violin.
And are they all from Philly?
Yes.
So when you come back, they'll play with you.
Right, and they might even travel down sometimes. Cool. We'll see. So yeah. Also, I sell CDs at my gigs.
Right.
Or you can buy my music on iTunes. Listen to it for free on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you also are on Reverb Nation.
Yes.
Which is REVERBNATION. Okay. Thank you.
My
Elspeth?
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Okay. And we'll see you before you go down to North Carolina.
Sounds good.
Okay. And again, the next show is Lee Goldstein. And I don't know who our Skype guest is yet, but I'll figure it out between now and then.
Okay.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.